Welcome back to another video, guys. Behind me is my new car, which means more projects. I just picked up this 4.7 V8 Toyota 4Runner 4th gen, and of course the first mod we're going to do on this is going to be the switch panel. So here's pretty much what everything comes in the MIC box. You got two different brackets. I'm going to play around with the brackets in a bit. You will see why. Well, I already modified them to my liking. It comes with a control box, has a circuit breaker over here. We got the switch panel, some wires. Don't need this. We got more wires. Comes with a screwdriver, Allen key, and bunch of stickers. And we got more stickers and more brackets, and we got some screws and the cover for the switch panel. That's everything there is in there. I'm gonna throw this stuff back in there because I'm not gonna use this. I'll use this in the end, but just gonna go over these things right here. So pretty much what happens is that this box, the cover comes off. You just gotta do pretty much one-time wiring. Connect this. This sits in your engine bay, and then for everything else, whatever you're using, you just put the wires inside. There are numbers on there as well, so 1 2 3 4, and on the switch panel it goes this way, 1 2 3 4. I got the 8 gang, but I want to talk about the brackets over here because on my 4Runner I've got the hood struts, and because of that I was not able to make either one of these work. So the way this works is this pretty much, this bracket goes on here like this or like this. You match the holes, and you can mount it on the firewall or on the apron, something like that, like this. I can make this work on the passenger side, but because my battery is on the driver's side, I wanted everything close by just so I can have a cleaner setup. So, and I don't have any space to mount it like this on the driver's side. The other option was this. I can mount it like this, match the holes, and then you put the bolts in over here on the apron side. But the problem is, if I lower the hood strut comes in the way, so I needed about an inch-ish gap in there. So what I've done is I made two holes on the bottom side over here. So the way this sits is, so this will actually sit on this like this. Just like that, like this. You put the bolts in, and then the spare sides you have, you just put them on like this. This way I'm getting 1 inch of a gap in there, and I can mount this, and I'll show you that. I'll show you guys that in a bit, how I'm going to mount this on. But I'm going to put this on together. I'm going to put this on together, tighten everything up, and then I can try it on the engine bay. Okay, the bracket is mounted. You notice that I put the bolts from the bottom side just because it touches the fuse box. If I put it the other side down, if you have smaller bolts, I guess just use that, but I don't want to go through the headache of cutting this, and I don't have the smaller bolts, so I'm just going to use this. Yeah, I'm probably never going to get to that part either. I'm probably only going to use 3 or 4 things out of this, which is on this side. So cover off, this is what it is, and it mounts like this, which I'll show you right now. Okay. So instead of taking this bolt out, I just made a cutout in the bracket over here so I can fit this bolt for these sensors right here, and I can flatten out these bracket right here as well, so I can have this flush sitting along with this. Put the self-tapping screws over here, This is already mounted on. Man, these gophers have made our life miserable. Have the garage open, there's a gopher stuck somewhere in there now. And it was a fat one too. Okay, the bracket is on there now. All we gotta do is just take this, test fit it one more time. Yeah, it'll fit. Taking the cover off. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. I'm gonna leave it on this side as well. As per for these terminals right here, the kit came on one of this, 2 reds and 1 black. Pretty straightforward. What you gotta do is take these crown nuts off. Your smaller terminals, they go on here like this. Same thing on the other side as well. Now, on the other side, you'll see there's 2 different sides of the post. One's a smaller one, one's a bigger one. The bigger side goes through the battery, the smaller side goes over here. Just like that. And then nut on the top. I'm gonna stop saying nut on the top.
Pause.
And same thing for the negative as well. One's bigger, one's smaller. The smaller side will go in the control, and the bigger side goes on the battery. So now I'm going to quickly tighten these up. Cover up. And then your post goes, or the cover for the circuit breaker on top, and it clips in like this. That's it. There you have it. Now I'm going to leave that aside for now. Back to the control box. And for your negative, same thing. This is your negative. It goes right here, underneath here. The other side goes to your battery.
If you have an official
No,
option.
because then you have an option between ACC and battery mode, right?
Oh.
Clips in, and that's it. Now this goes to your negative terminal. As for the circuit breaker, sorry, I gotta open that up again because this goes on the positive side right here, and then this goes to the positive of your battery. Alright, here we go. So this is the final result for just the control box. The control box is mounted. You have the negative coming out of it, goes to the negative terminal over here. Positive coming out of it goes to the circuit breaker. From the circuit breaker, it goes to the battery for the positive side. So this portion is done. Next is all just the other wires, which you can see they're right there. For the ACC and fuses, we'll be discussing that in a bit as well. But the control box is done. The biggest part we still have to do, which is we gotta run the wire from here to the boot into the cabin. Before I can start sending the wires, I just want to show a quick update on the other cars. The ISF's just sitting there. Evo, it's already tuned. I am getting some overheating issues on the Evo. I'm just waiting for a part. And S2000 is still right there. I put the interior together, and the suspension parts have arrived for the S2000. Waiting on a few more things so I can put the suspension in for the S2000, and then the S2000 can be sitting on the ground. I already bought a set of wheels for the S2000, which are right there. Just gotta change the tires on those. Once those are done, then this will be sitting on the ground. Anyways, back to the 4Runner, feeding the wires through. Now the hard part was done. That was feeding the wires through that boot over there. Pull them out from underneath the steering wheel. Now the 2 wires, they're already labeled. So this is ACC. Plug this into the ACC. I mean, this is a 2-1. It's just like that. Clip it in. The other one is for the control box, is on top of it. Plug it in. That's it. And now just close the box on the top. So I'm just gonna cover it up like this. Wires are fed through. So these are the 2 wires we took out earlier, and I already mounted this on as well. So this comes with its own bracket. You can see that just because I want to be able to take it off easily as well. So the wire fed through over here, 2 self-tapping screws. They go on, and then that's it. this stays in properly. Now the two wires, very straightforward. The wire we took out earlier, that connects to the wire for the switch panel. You just gotta match these four, cut on the top like this, and then screw it in. That's one. The second one, which is for the ACC, this connects to this, and this I can feed that from inside somewhere over there. I'll find this. I'll find a fuse which is for ACC, and I'll connect this over there. I'll show you that in a bit as well. Here's a wire gripper. It says the ACC is 7.5A, which is going to be. 7.5A is right there, which is for your ACC. So what you gotta do is this 7.5 goes in the bottom over here. Actually, yeah, we have to do this one. 7.5 goes right here in the bottom side. Push that in, and now the place where this came off of, you just put it in that spot. So, okay, like that. I'm just gonna double check one more time just so I'm not getting it wrong. 7.5, 10, 10, yeah. And this goes right in the middle over here. Push that in, okay. And that's it. Everything is done. Throw these wires back inside, plug that in, and now just for testing purposes, I'm going to connect one of the fog lights or the dish lights I have, just to make sure everything is working properly. I've only connected this temporarily just so I can test them out. So positive goes to the positive, the negative goes to the negative, of course. Just a single light, but if you come around, we have our control box set up right here. We put it on the first one. I'm going to click this one, and my brother's going to go show you the light over there. Tested it out, the lights were working fine. I'm going to hide these wires in, zip tie them, tuck them underneath over here. I'm not installing the lights right now just because I'm waiting on a few brackets and the LED bar, but once that arrives, I will be making a different video. I will be uploading that, but this was a quick tutorial on how to install the MIC tuning. And like I said, for the other projects, the S2000, I'm still waiting on a few other suspension parts for it. Once that arrives, that video will be coming out soon as well. And as per for the Evo is already tuned. I am getting some overheating issues. I'm waiting on the AC condenser fan, but once that arrives, I will be installing that as well. But so far, this is setting as well. The former is my daily. Alright guys, this is it for this video. Of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.